guys, it's Evangeline here and welcome back to my channel. Today I brought to you the second episode of Learning Scratch. Now let's get into the video.
In the previous video, we learnt about the motions block, and in today's video, we will learn about few more blocks: looks, sound, and events. I will zoom in for better clarity. Before we start, let us go and choose a sprite and a backdrop. In today's video, I want to choose a fairy as sprite and pathway as backdrop. As I have told earlier, we have to drag a starting block from the events section. I'm going to drag the first one when the green flag is clicked. To know more about it, watch till the end. Let's come back to the looks. Now I'm going to drag the first block which says say hello for 2 seconds. When I click the green flag, the fairy says hello for 2 seconds. I can even replace this message. I'm going to change it as what is your name? You can change the time also from 2 seconds to either 1 or anything you like. When we click the green flag, you can see the new message. To delete the block, right-click on it and press delete. For the next block in look section, you can see that the message appears continuously until you click the red stop button. Instead of having your sprite talk, if you want your sprite to think, you use the next 2 blocks. The next block says switch costume to fairy E. If you want to see the number of costumes and what costumes are, in the top there are 3 tabs. If you click the second one which says costumes, you can see the number of costumes and how they look like. You can even change the color like this and design your own costume. Now I'm going to the code area and make the fairy switch to her second costume. And now I'm going to click the green flag. As you can see, the fairy has changed her costume. Next block says next costume. When you drag it and put it under the first block and click the green flag, it changes to the next costume. The next block is used to switch the backdrop. Now I'm going to choose another backdrop. For now, I'm going to choose uptick. And if I want to change it back to pathway, I'm going to click here and choose pathway. Now I'm going to click the green flag. And as you can see, the backdrop has switched to pathway. Next block says next backdrop. When you drag it and put it under the first block and click the green flag, it changes the backdrop to the next one. Like this. If you want to change the size of the sprite, you use the next block. I'm going to drag it and put it under when the green flag is clicked block. If I want to increase the size by 10, I leave the block as it is and click the green flag. As you can see, the fairy has increased in size by 10 units. And if I want to decrease the size of the fairy by 20 units, I replace it with -20. As you can see, the fairy appears smaller. Size of the fairy can also be changed in terms of percentage. You can have it 10%, 20%, 110% or 120%. You can add color effects using the next 3 blocks. To change the color, I will drag it and put it under the first block and click the green flag. To reset the original color, use the Clear Graphic Effects button. The next 2 blocks are used to show and hide the sprite on the stage. For the next block, I am choosing another sprite. I'm gonna bring Abby. If I want to bring the fairy in front of Abby, I use Go to Front Layer. As you can see, the fairy appears before Abby. You can also do the reverse. The next 3 blocks are used to display the costume number, backdrop number and the size on the stage. So now I'm gonna uncheck them.
Now we move on to the sound block. The first block says play sound magic spell until done. You can either choose sound from the sound tab or record your own sound. And for today's video, I'm gonna be using Dance Magic. And when I click the green flag, you can hear the music. The next block just plays the sound continuously until I press the red stop. The third block is used to stop all sounds and works with the start sound block. The pitch of the sound can either be changed or set using the next 2 blocks. The added sound effects can be claimed using the next block. The volume of the sound can either be changed or set using the next 2 blocks. Next up, you can see a check box. The volume of the sound gets displayed on the stage when clicked. Now let's move on to event block. You can see that most of the blocks have a bump on the top, which signifies that these blocks are starting blocks. The first block is when the green flag is clicked. When the green flag above the stage is clicked, the code beneath gets executed. The next block is when the space key is pressed. Instead of space, you can also choose any other key like up arrow, down arrow, letters, numbers for the code beneath to get executed. The next block is when the sprite is clicked. When the sprite is clicked, the code beneath gets executed. Next one is when the backdrop changes, the code gets executed. Next up, when the loudness is increased by 10 or any other value of your choice, the code beneath gets executed. The next three blocks of the event palette is used for broadcasting. It is basically used to send messages behind the screen to the sprites. We'll learn how to use them in my further lessons. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned till the next one. And make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye!